5 things that you need to consider when applying to your clinical fellowship year in SLP. The first thing is caseload and population. What diagnosis are you going to be treating, or what kind of patients, clients, students are you going to be working with? If it's a school, are you going to be in self-contained only, or both general ed and self-contained? And if you are in a clinic, what kind of patients, what ages are you going to be working with? These are all questions that you should be asking yourself. Second thing, which is super important, is productivity and expectations. When you are in a medical setting, oftentimes they have 80% productivity, 90% productivity I've seen. You can ask if there's any sort of wiggle room in the productivity percentage. I know some companies are not super strict about it, but others are, so it really depends, and you don't want to get penalized for not meeting the productivity percentage. The next thing that you want to consider is pay and benefits. If you are going to be having a salary or hourly pay rate, and another thing is PTO. How is that going to go in terms of taking time off? Do you have to accrue PTO, or do you automatically get like a week of PTO, 40 hours, let's say? You have worked hard for this degree, so don't be afraid to talk about that awkward salary or hourly pay rate. Number 4 is work and life balance. You want to make sure that you're not putting yourself through so much stress and so much work your first year right out of grad school, when you have literally been under stress for 2 years of grad school. Number 5 is to make sure that your clinical supervisor for that year is going to be available when you need that person. In terms of, make sure that they're not a clinical supervisor that's online and that is living in a totally different state and you can only text them, because during your clinical fellowship year, so many things will come up and you will need your supervisor to be there. It is the year that you're going to be learning. You are just fresh out of grad school, so give yourself some grace.